Thank you for joining us for part 2 in our series at Gaia Maps on the highest points in the 50 U.S. states. We'll be going into the next 10 in this video. If you are enjoying the content, please be sure to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. And first up here, we are in New Jersey at High Point. Very nice view here. We've got a big old stone monument commemorating it. I just think it's kind of funny to imagine them naming it. It's a high point. What do you want from us? So welcome to Timms Hill in Wisconsin. The elevation here is 1,951 feet. There's a couple of these that are like this where the pictures are on top of an observation tower, which I think is fine. I mean, we're doing this to get the views. And this is interesting. This is part of the Ice Age Trail, which runs through most of Wisconsin. We can see here, this is a wintertime picture. Very pretty, sort of a different view than what we've seen so far. And I wanted to show you, too, where Timms Hill is in Wisconsin, because it's interesting. It's really in the middle of the state, and it just kind of rises up out of the terrain here. I mean, if you're looking at the satellite, pretty amazing. I mean, it's, you know, in the middle of more or less lowlands, and then there it is. Here's a fun one. Mount Arvon in Michigan, or Arvin, not sure the pronunciation. It's in the woods, another wooded high point. It's actually got signs here, so we're reaching states that care about the high points in general. Someone was cooking a nice frisbee here for lunch. That's always good, I've heard. So, Mount Arvon, elevation 1,979 feet. I want to show you this. 1 foot higher than Mount Kerwood. You wonder if they measured this again in 100 years, if this would be different. But there are a couple of these, and I'll point them out as we go. I think it's pretty wild that they can measure to that exactitude of what the highest point is. So Mount Arvon wins by 1 foot. So the 37th highest point is in Minnesota. It is Eagle Mountain, elevation 2,302 feet. You actually need a permit to go here because parts of the trail cross through the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness, which is a protected zone. It's actually 15 miles from the lowest elevation in the state, which is Lake Superior at 600 feet above sea level, which, if you're wondering, is higher than 3 of the lowest points, the 3 lowest points we covered in part 1. So we're starting to see, you know, the difference in where states lie in terms of elevation in the terrain of the United States. I love this one. So Connecticut's highest point is the southern slope of Mount Frissell, which, when you're looking at it from here, you say, wait, Mount Frissell is in Massachusetts. Well, Connecticut, like a thief in the night, grabs the highest point right on the edge of Massachusetts. And this is definitely not the highest point on Mount Frissell. It's up there somewhere. But our friend Dan picked this for his picture, and we should trust Dan because this is probably an area where you don't have vegetation, so you can get this lovely view of the rolling hills in Connecticut. Beautiful. This is why the property values in Connecticut are so ridiculous, I imagine. The next high point is in Alabama, Chiaha Mountain, 2,413 feet. Now you might be thinking, oh great, we're finally at the spot where we're only going to have mountains with beautiful views. But trust me, there's a couple coming up that are still in the wilderness or on states that happen to be flatter than others. But this one is very nice. I like this one. Magazine Mountain or Mount Magazine in Arkansas. They have both names everywhere. I think the official name is Magazine Mountain, but it's referred to as Mount Magazine for the most part. Elevation 2,753 feet. This is not the view. We're about to see the view, or we can imagine what these two gentlemen see. I'm sure it's very nice. You can still see quite a bit of it. It's very pretty. So thank you. And just like that, boom, we have crossed 3,000 feet of elevation, almost 500 feet jump here to Mount Davis in Pennsylvania, another observation tower, high point view, which we appreciate here. This is an interesting idea. This appears to be a bench with a topographical map on it, which is very nice to have, but I imagine is not a very cozy seat. Maybe it's not a seat. Maybe it's just oriented that way for another purpose. But we are over 3,000, and we're going to keep on jumping up as we get closer and closer to the top of the U.S. So our next high point is in Maryland, Hoy Crest at 3,360 feet. Sort of a nice view here. So the reason that it's a little lower looks like is because it's right on the crest of the Appalachian Mountains. So everything around it is about 3,000 feet high as well. It's another state that sneaks its highest point just over the border with West Virginia. We'll get to West Virginia soon. It's coming up here on the list. So we'll just keep moving right along. Last high point for this video is in Massachusetts. This is their revenge, if you remember, Connecticut swooping in and nabbing a high point on the border with Massachusetts. They show them how it's done with Mount Greylock, 3,489 feet. It's believed to have been named after a Chief Greylock, which was spelled Graylock. It's not clear if it was named after him, but it first appeared in print in around 1819, the name Greylock. So Chief Greylock was famous for conducting some raids against English colonists beginning in 1722. And what would happen is he would raid them, he would take some captives, they would pursue him, and they would get lost trying to pursue him. So he was a terror to the English colonists. Eventually his people brokered peace in 1726, but Chief Greylock refused to do that, and it seems like everyone just sort of let that be the status quo because he died a free man in 1750 as an independent person. So this will conclude the video for today. Be sure to subscribe for the finishing of the series, which will happen over the next couple of days. Be sure to comment your predictions once again of what you think will be in the top 5 or the highest point in the U.S. If you don't already know, take a stab at it. Have any suggestions or comments about the channel, leave those as well. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like. It really helps us appear on searches, which will help boost our channels as we're just starting out here, our channel's visibility. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.